Hi, remember me? Well, I have to reply to your email that you sent. It's funny fact that you always make out to be you're the victim in all this, and the fact is that what you did to me is far worse than what any girlfriend after you or before you has done to me. Let me explain myself. You always go, you did this, you did bad, but there was some good, and there was a lot of good there, and you don't remember that. And the funny thing is, you say that you blame me for everything. Let me just explain something. 7 years gone past, and after what I've had after and before you, and I tell you what, you can say I did something really worse. What you did to me is a lot worse than what you did to me, and the fact that girlfriends after you did a lot worse. And at the end of the day, because I'm a Christian, I believe forgiveness, and I've forgiven even my exes worse than you. So let me just explain something to you, because I've got to go on a bit of a rant here, but you've probably seen my last two videos, and if that hasn't proved that I've changed, then what does? Now I'm talking to you from my actual sick bed, because actually, and you can't take credit for this sickness apart from the others, because whether my doctor says I'm going to live till 40, 30, 50, whatever, my life's going to be shorter than yours. Now the good thing about that is that I don't have to explain what's wrong with me at the moment, but I'm very sick, and before I go, at least I can say a few things. Now, let me explain what you did to me. Now, I could name 1,000 things. Well, actually, I could probably only name 100 things. But weren't you the one that, let's see, left me on that oval that day to let me face the police? That's a coward's way out of a relationship. When you said the night before when we broke up, come see me at my school the next day. Now, I told you I could not go to your school because, that's trespassing on someone else's thing. I came just for you to try to fix that. Now, I'm not perfect by any means. What I did, to you, what I didn't do, okay, I'm ashamed of. Believe me. But the fact of the matter is, you're not just, the victim here. Because of you, just sums it up in for you. Because of you, I cannot have a girlfriend that I can trust. Like, I don't every time I have a girlfriend now, I just can't trust her because of what you did to me. Because of you, I have depression. Because of you, I have outbursts, whether it's anger outbursts or tears outbursts. Because of you, I can't even walk the streets without watching my back. I can't even have a relationship. I can't even have a sex life. The fact of the matter is, whether you're having a sex life, I don't give a shit. But the new me that you have not obviously found out is I don't drink ever. I don't smoke ever. I don't do drugs ever. I don't have sex ever. And the funny thing is, just that alone is a big change. I've at least kept a job for the last 8 years of my life. I have made friends. I've become such a good poker player. And you always use the quote, a leopard or a cheetah doesn't change their spots. Well, we're not fucking animals in this world. Now, I've had, you know what? Get this right. I've girlfriends after you. This is just the real name. What I did to you, what they did to me is a lot worse. I've had a girl cheat on me. It's not the cheating part that bothers me. It was she cheated on me. She lied to me. She made me think I was the father of a kid. She tried to kill me herself. She got me so intoxicated one night. This is partly the reason why I don't drink. She slipped something in my drink just so I was so weak that she could smash my head into concrete. What a nice girlfriend that is, right? And then the other girlfriend after that had her ex-fiance keep calling me, threatening he's going to kill me if I don't end the relationship, and he'll beat the shit out of me. And you know what happened to her and him? Funny thing is, they got back together, and now they're getting married. And this other girl sent me on a wild goose chase to the middle of nowhere. I was at knife point to a knife to my throat. And you know what? After all that shit girls have put me through, girlfriends have put me through, I forgive them. And it's a lot more than what I did to you, because the fact of the matter is, I'm not perfect. I had an anger management problem back in those days. I was immature, I was angry. But you know what? I fixed that problem. But you go on and on about, I did this to you. But the fact of the matter is, you know, you always complained when we were going out, the boyfriends before you, they did this, they did that, they raped you, they hit you, they abused you, they cheated on you. And then afterwards, after you dated me, now I know from a lot of sources, even some of your best friends, that, and an ex-boyfriend that I've been talking to lately, you might know him, have said, you go from boyfriend to boyfriend. Number one, there's 3 people that said at a certain person's party that you cheated on a certain one of your boyfriends. And 3 people from that party saw it with their own eyes, and one of them at the time knew what was going on. That's a pretty low thing. You cheated on, well, at least one person after me. Now, the fact of the matter is this. 7 years. Seriously? You've at least got a boyfriend, and, you know, the boyfriend's made probably mistakes too. Like I said, he's got a kid, you know. Obviously it didn't work out there, and I hope to God you don't hurt him. Now the reason why I have to say this is because you don't understand that because of you, I suffer from depression. I suffer from, you know, anxiety. I can't trust anyone, not even friends or family. And to think I had actual exes make my family try to turn on me and friends turn on me. You know, you think you've had it rough. Well, step in my shoes. Your health, I don't know what it's like, but mine right now, you always knew I had, you know, 1 kidney. Well, the fact of the matter is, if things don't go out, I'll be losing that kidney and I'll be on dialysis for the rest of my life. Or my bladder can shut down and I can die. So you don't understand that. You don't understand that every day is a fight in my life just to get by. Most of my time is in this room, on my bed, sick bed, because I cannot physically have the strength to move. The only time I can move is when I go to work, and that's a lot of painkillers, or I have to go play poker. Now, at the moment, you think your life's bad. I have a fucking catheter strapped to me for the last 3 months, which means I can't even technically go take a piss because I have a tube in there. And the fact of the matter is they keep stuffing it up every week. They pull it out, they pull it in. They pull it out, they pull it in. How do you think that affects my life? I can't even have a relationship because no one's going to accept the guy with the catheter. Now, for the rest of my life, I have, you know, when they do take this catheter out, I have to do self-catheterization, which means a tube that big has to go inside me every day, 3 times a day for 5 minutes, just to drain me out. And you think your life's bad. You know, at least you've got someone that you can come home to and cuddle, or you've got someone that's always there for you. My friends, pfft, pleading sake, man. Do you think I have a good friend in the world? Fuck no. Do you think I have people I can talk to? Fuck no. And you going about, poor old you, poor old you. Well, fact of the matter is, look at me. Every time I had to go over your place, I had to put up with your mum and dad looking at me like I was some sort of piece of shit, or as some people like to call it, spoiled wog boy syndrome. Now, the fact of the matter is, okay, my family may not be perfect, but when we had that time we had to eat at the dinner table with your pet mouse or whatever it was at the table, pet rat, I don't know what it was, but don't you think that's a bit weird? Considering that you've got one side of the house where your dad is, and one side is your mum, and that's it, and they don't move from that spot. The fact that you had to have fish and chips most nights, fish and chips, not anything else, and the fact that I had to come see you most times in a relationship, and the fact that would I get angry was, I don't regret you being my first, or you being my whatever. You were my first love, I'll admit that, but you've not even said one good thing about me. Like, could you even name 5 nice things I did for you? I mean, fuck. I mean, at the Blue Light Disco, the moment we got there, the first thing you saw was one dude they hadn't seen in ages. I was willing to accept that. I'm just naming this incident off my head that fucked me up. You spent time with friends. I don't have a problem with you having male friends. But the fact that as soon as you saw him, you spent more time with him at the start of the night. You know, holding his hand, giving him hugs. Why do you think I pissed off? Why do you think, you know, Cassie came in and You know? And the fact that I look at people like Cassie, Secret, they've fallen all into your trap. It's, you know, in fact the matter is, until recently I stopped talking to Secret. Don't know why, but that's her business. She's a good chick. At least she's moving on in her life. But I've never known someone to hate me as much as you. I have exes that fucked me over more worse than how I fucked you over. And I can still forgive them. Fuck, I nearly got killed one night because my ex, you know, tried to get me intoxicated, slipped something in my drink and fucking beat the shit out of me, get my head and rammed it onto the cement floor outside her place. And you think you've got it rough? I've had a girl fucking call me up in the middle of the night, take me out to the middle of nowhere and have a knife to my throat. So, don't give me the victim, you're the victim now. Like I said, I have a freaking catheter bag right on me right now. And if you don't believe me, I should actually wait a minute. I'm not going to be that disgusting. But, well, I'll show you. See this? This is a catheter bag. Alright? That, if you want any more information, you can look it up. You don't, you know what's so sad about my life is that I probably won't have kids. I probably won't have another relationship. I probably won't even have another friend. Try being alone 24/7 and have no one to talk to. Your day consists of staying in a room all day, then going to work at nights and then coming home. Or on the nights I don't work, all day in my room, go to poker, then go home. That's not a life. And unfortunately that's the way I have to live my life because I don't have friends. I don't have people I can talk to. I don't have a girl that would willing to date me because of this. You know, I've changed a lot, man. If you'd met, just say I never met you, we never had a history, and you met me today, you would be falling in love with me. You would be like, fuck, that guy's a nice guy. You know, I am a nice guy now. I wasn't back then. I've apologized. Fuck, have you seen those last two videos? That ain't fake crying. That's real tears coming from my heart because I was fucking upset. You should watch those two videos over and over again and listen to the secret messages that are in those videos. Now, this video's gone for 12, 13 minutes now, but just going to go a little bit longer because I need to explain something to you. You need to realize something. For a relationship to work, two people have to make it work. And me and you, there were some nice times, there were some really bad times, and I've apologized for that, and I felt bad about that. But the fact of the matter is, you know, there's a lot of times where you weren't the one that was trying to make it work. You know, people cannot help their sicknesses. I've seen people that beat the snot out of their girlfriends, threaten their girlfriends, and I did threaten you multiple times, and I'm ashamed of that. No woman should ever be threatened with a baseball bat or a knife. That's, you know, I have to admit that. But it's not like I ever like fully beat the snot out of you or anything. I grabbed your neck a few times. That was wrong. I have shoved you against the wall. It's wrong. But the fact of the matter is this. If I'd met someone like that, today's society that did that to a woman, even with my injuries, I would beat the snot out of them. Because I believe that a woman should never be hit. Now, there's going to be one more video after this. Alright? Explaining something else that I need to tell you. But right now, you need to go back. You've watched this video. Maybe even watch the other two videos. And really think, do I mean what I say? Because you know what? You cannot fake tears. And if you even get bored, check out Kid TV. That's my TV show. If you want to see what's happened after you, what videos I've made about other exes and me just being an idiot, sure, watch them too. But like I said, This has got to stop. Why go the rest of your life and mine with this much hatred? It's not healthy. I'd like your opinion. And don't end a conversation by end conversation, because I don't want to hear those two words. I'm doing the right thing. I'm being peaceful. Because of you, I had all my court stuff because of you. My first ever trouble with the law. Because of you, I have depression. Because of you, I am the way I am. But I forgive you. I forgive all my exes for what they did. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm not asking to even be your friend. I'm asking you to do the right thing in life. Because I tell you something, what you go on with your life is not healthy. And in fact, long story short, I actually met Shane a few weeks ago. Louisiana Tavern, dancing with the ladies. You know, the first moment I saw him, I said, that's the guy that was after me after Aleasha. I hate him so much. That's when I first looked at him in the room. The olden days I would have just gone and thumped the guy. But you know what I did? I walked up to him and said, how you going, mate? I don't know if you know me, but I'm Aleasha's ex, and I know you're Aleasha's ex, and I'm sorry you guys broke up. And, you know, I believe, you know, at the time, that was the first time actually I went out in ages. And he seemed like a really nice guy. And I was so wrong about him. After, you know, I saw photos of you and him kissing, and even with seeing you and him out in public, and now seeing your new boyfriend, your new boyfriend and boyfriend's kid, I don't have any jealousy in me. I don't have any hatred in me. Fuck, there's only one thing I hate in life, and that's the Collingwood football team. Long story short, but yeah, I don't even hate my exes for what they did to me. I don't even hate you. I don't hate anybody. Anyway, cut this video short.